Excuse me, Obaki Hunter here. Uh, very soon, I am going to be doing that series that I've been talking about at sunset. And I kind of wanted to go over that series with you, what it's going to be about and everything. Basically, I am going to try do a monthly thing for everyone that watches this channel where I go to a haunted place. Probably one that I've had a lot of weird things happen to me at. And talk about ghosts, man. Talk about ghosts. You know what I'm saying? Just share my thoughts on different ideas about them. I mean, more than I do now. Encounters that I've had with them, things that I have found over the on the internet over the years that I absolutely freaking love. So I'll be sharing that with you. There's a lot of strange things out there besides haunted places. You'd be surprised. There's so many weird things. Let's see. We have people that are talking in the chat room. Who do we have here? Renee, it's good to see you. Faye. Happy Friday, Faye. Who else we got there? We got Brenda in the audience. Hawaiian Hauntings. No, I'm not out tonight. How are you doing, Hawaiian Hauntings? I'm just doing a short video before you start. Oh, everybody, this is my friend Joe Pinohu, and I'm glad he's on because I was going to say at about 8:30 tonight, you all should go right on over to Hawaiian Hauntings or Joe Pinohu's page and check out uh, his discussions that he has about ghosts and everything else. And you'll love it. So go on over there and check it out. It starts about at 8:30. But yeah, I was just sitting around, and I was thinking to myself, I really am looking forward to doing that because the general rule of thumb for ghosts is that if you talk about them, they tend to show up, yeah? So let's see what happens, right? Talk about them, maybe they'll show up. You never know. So just, sharing some things from the past that I need to probably take a second look at, or things I haven't even really talked about, or things that have scared me so much that I may bring it up once in a while. I might be doing a show with Joe or somebody else, and they'll ask me, well, what is the most scary thing that has ever happened to you? And that is a very colorful um, event that changed my life. Then that's a nice way of saying it. Hello, everybody. The Mela, Husky, everyone else that's here tonight. Good to see you all. Thank you for stopping by. But besides, in general, like say stories and stuff, right? My big fascination is, can an entire place be so charged with spirit energy, right? That it is practically haunted all the time. I mean, all the time. Here's the one of the best examples I can give to all of you. If you follow the paranormal like I do and had an interest in it for a number of years, or if you've been following it for a while, even you probably heard of Gettysburg. Gettysburg is just haunted. Like, it's just a haunted. You can truly say that Gettysburg is a haunted place. Literally, it is. Some people have different reasons as to why. I think the most common one is that there was such a large, fierce battle with so much tragic events and so much death that it made it that way. I think Nuuanu, in its own right, its own way, has a connection to that because of the history of Nuuanu itself. So I think that plays a large part in it. But then there's the undertones, right? There's the things under the surface that really are kind of like just as intriguing as the ones that we kind of, take for common sense, right? There's these other things that have happened here, and it sometimes goes into not only culture but politics. And I mean, I've encountered uh, many different types of scenarios where I can say for a fact that it's connected somehow with one of those two things, literally. but I would have to sit here with you for hours and go over each and every one of those things. And but yeah, definitely, it's so interesting how all of that happens. And then, when you throw in everything else about the idea that there is such a large spiritual background here in Hawaii. You could have all Makuas involved, Menehune. I've encountered Menehune. Call me crazy. I've encountered them. So was one other person that I was out with one night. We both encountered them. We took photos of them. I have one photo left of what is a Menehune on Old Pali, and that's in Nuuanu. I have one photo. That's all I have left. I had a whole bunch of them before, but now I only have one. So, and so far as the things that I'm mentioning right now, these are things that not only I believe are out there in Nuuanu, but there are things that are out there that I'm expressing to you based upon, eyewitness facts and also people sharing with me what they have encountered up in Nuuanu. I know Joe has had numerous encounters, both with spirits we basically have an idea of, and then you have nature spirits and a lot of things going on up there. So I think because of that, it's probably one of the most, and if you were here, you would understand, but it is probably one of the most haunted uh, places in the world. I can say that. I can go to other places. I'm sure I can see crazy things, but I know I've seen crazy things with what I'm talking about, and I mean damn crazy. Poof, you're out there. Like one of the best things that ever happened to me, and it bears mentioning again, is the night that I was out taking some photos of those really big trees. If you ever go up like Old Poly Drive or any place up there, you'll see like these big trees and you know, awesome looking. And I one night I took a picture of a giant leg. And to this effing day, I cannot tell you who that leg belonged to because the leg was as tall as the tree I was photographing. And there's other stories. I won't go into them at all. But that was probably the most fascinating thing for me is having experienced all these things. And you see one thing, that no matter how much you go back and you look at it, you can't figure it out, right? You're just like, this, it's not my finger, it's not this, it's not that. It's a giant human leg. So I'll just leave it at that. Nuuanu can produce all kind of experiences for people. So I'm kind of, because I live here, right, too. I'm very proud that we have our old Pali Drive or our Pali Lookout or 13 Turns or any of these other places that are out there. I'm very proud that they exist. And I'm proud first and foremost for whatever these experiences are representing. And there's a lot of people that are out there documenting that through stories and other means. And I just like to throw in my opinion amongst all of theirs and see what we come up with, yeah. But that's it, really. I mean, you just can't deny the power of that area. I know in my first and second, if you ever watch my Man versus Ghost, if you watch that, yeah, that's when I go out by myself and with a spirit box and crazy things come out of the spirit box and everything. Both times I went out, it wasn't just the fact that I was going to this one area that is very active for spirit boxes. It was the whole process, getting in there, getting to the location, dealing with what was going on before you even start your YouTube live. All the things that happen before YouTube live starts, and then what's going on with YouTube live, and having to, communicate with everybody, multitask under very sometimes very stressful situations, right? Spirits that are coming out of the spirit box that are saying things that would make a lot of people just not want to be there, like slaughter. Slaughter is not a good word, but it was said several times on one of my man camera ghost events. So, but that's Nuuanu for you, that's just how it works, and the things that you see, and the things that sometimes it's just a matter of just feeling something too. You're going out somewhere, and I'll tell you about this some other time. We'll talk about haunted cemeteries and what I think is happening with haunted cemeteries. There's shared opinions about that I have with other people, And then, I have my own personal thoughts and references as well. And it's nice because it can also bounce back into someone else's court and then we can agree on it or whatever the case may be. So we'll talk about that as well, but the feelings that you get sometimes from these spirits, because it's not just always black and white. Sometimes you can hear them, sometimes you can see them, sometimes it's both. Sometimes you're just there, and the person next to you is experiencing something. So you're there for that as well, not only for your own experience, but someone else is going through something. And you're seeing where what they are experiencing is things that you have experienced. And by the way, thank you for the likes, everyone. I appreciate it absolutely and completely. Again, it keeps me coming back and doing these surprise little talks in the dark and everything else. And earlier this week, we had another discussion that I had to kind of like put things into perspective with. So, it's been a while since I've actually uh, gone full in, all the way in, all in on an investigation where, the probability of something happening is, uh, I believe Nuuanu produces, because we're talking about Nuuanu, I believe Nuuanu produces 100%. Thank you so much, Roro 2K. Aloha from Kauai, aloha from Oahu as well. I believe Nuuanu can produce 100%. I believe it can. I believe it has. And it's going to always be that way. There's just some places where places are going to be haunted, right? There's going to be whatever it is there, and it's a it's been there from God knows when, and it'll continue on well past you and I having a little chit chat in the dark. So that's just the way it is, I think. And Ofe says it's super active when you're there. Yeah, yeah, I would have to say that we've done. Thank you for saying that, Faye. I'm looking forward to having her. I'll keep saying it. I'm looking forward to having her as a guest again soon, in about a month or two. Thank you for saying that, Faye, because I remember when we were doing the Halloween shows, the live streams that we were doing for Halloween. I remember where equipment was going off. Was it with Joe's and Carolyn's? Okay, Joe's, I think. Joe's or Carolyn's. Anyway, I had to go back and look because I have, you know, not I have quite a few videos. I have to go back and look, and Joe has as well. But yeah, there's times that we go out, spirit boxes go off, equipment goes off, and everything. And I think people think that I have a very profound connection with the other side, and the other side uh, responds to me because of that, or whatever the case may be. But for me, from since I was a kid, how many of you have had experiences with ghosts since you were like a kid? Like, and it can be any age, can be in your teens or whatever too. But if you've had those experiences and they've been considered something that's an in and out experience, it comes into your life, it's there for a while, then it's gone, or if it's a consistency or what have you, leave me a comment. I would like to hear from you. Really, I would. Let me know, even if we're doing live chat. Say, hey, remember the question you asked about such and such? Yeah, I would like to hear that. About people who have spirits that are in their lives consistently or in and out or only now experiencing that as well. I would, like to have a discussion about that because we might find something that we can work on with all of this information that is gathered. So I've over the years, social media and such, people have contacted me and shared things and also experienced some things with them that help their lives out. I have, okay. Oh, wait, hold on one second. So Darnella Husky says, I have an elementary in Puanene on Maui. Oh, I know about that school. Oh my God, I know about that school. A friend of mine who has a Maui paranormal group on Facebook. He um, told me so many stories about. I've been looking for someone that wanted to share stories with me, or even be. I'm not saying you would have to do. I mean, I'm not. You would have to, or I'm going to ask, But if anyone out there is hearing me, if you went to this school on Maui, Poinene, just let me know if you have. Drop me an email. You can reach me at obakihunter51 at gmail.com. All lowercase, OBAKEHUNTER 51 at gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. This is one of the most interesting places I have ever heard of in Hawaii that is highly active. Because me and him would talk about this all night long. Someone, okay, hold on one second here. Faye says someone really close to me passed away recently, and he keeps showing himself. We need to talk about this soon. Yes, we do. We can sit down and we can talk about it, and that's why we're here, right? We're here to help each other out and hear what we have to say. So yeah, getting back to all of this stuff. I will. You watch my channel. I'll do a lot of different places because I have, but me and Old Pully Drive, it's just something about it. It's just something there that you can always say to yourself, well, if I go out tonight, if I'm feeling a certain way, this place will validate how I'm feeling. I got scratched, hair pulled. Yes, Darnella, I've heard so many stories about that school. For real. I mean, lots of stories. Scary. Not even like there was a story where someone went down near the area of the school and went through like a spiritual attack and was possessed. I'm not sure if this was in the middle of the. I think no, this is at night. The people were telling them no, no, because the guy was like, I'm just gonna. There are people that are like that, right? That are gonna be like glory hounds or whatever. No disrespect, but it's kind of stupid when you want to prove a point that doesn't have to be proven by going to a highly active paranormal location by yourself. I don't know what merit there is in that. But that happened, and something really bad happened to that person as a result. And I think it was also the case, because this was years ago, that he was living close to it, and it was so powerful, the spirit energy from the school. Or wait, no, he would be parked nearby, and he said, I'm not even down near that area, and I can feel it from here. Puanene, I think it is Pu. If you scroll back, Faye, you'll see the name of the school. I saw a picture of it once. Very interesting. Darnella says my mom went to that school also when she was a child too. Yeah, that school is no joke. I hear stories about Maui High School. That there's stories about that, and even the famous Maui High School. What was it? Senior photograph or something like a graduation photograph. I did a lot of stuff. Maui High School has its own thing, but that school. That one, when we started talking about it, I could feel it through the phone. So I would tell my friend, "Hey, you know what? I can feel it on my end. I can feel it. It's like this really heavy, dark feeling." And you know what? Easy to say, right? Oh yeah, it can be. You're getting your imagination is going a little bit wild. Yeah, that's true too. I'm not going to deny that, but also the way I was feeling was the same kind of feelings I would get from going to different places. So I leave that as a 50-50 thing. Your mom went to it. Wait, hold on a second. My mom went to that school also when she was a child too. Went to that school also. Oh yeah. It's a pretty old school. I've seen photos of it. And I've always wondered why. What's the whole especially since I finished up doing a school investigation, right? What's the fascination with schools? What's the fascination with schools and ghosts and hauntings? Waimano is right next to Pearl City High School. It's one of the most that one is definitely one of the most not only active but scariest locations on earth. Waimano home. Go look that up if you guys want to. Everything from supposedly someone being beheaded or murdered. One of the people that worked there, I think it was one of the head staff of Waimano. If not, people shouldn't be sharing that kind of chatter. But what I've read, a lot of crazy stories about that place. And is it any wonder why Pearl City High School is haunted next door? And yeah, if you want to hear more of my thoughts about Pearl City High School and my last investigation and the scream and everything else and what went on this last Saturday, go check that video out. You should be able to find it quite easily. It's all under the lives that I do. But see, Faye Cam Okomo said you should interview them. I don't know any schools from Maui, only been a tourist there. Uh, I wish I could locate some of these people. I can't find them anymore. But trust me, in the early days of Facebook and paranormal groups and everything, I met some very interesting people. And this guy was very interesting. But yeah, you're sitting there talking and you can feel that. And this happened before. I'm going to tell you something really crazy. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Brenda, you went to PCHS. There you go. Pro City High School. You probably know lots of stories about it. I don't know. Okay. I need to backtrack. Putting everything into perspective, going back to what I was saying beforehand, it's a it's a very disconcerting type of scenario with Pro City High School. That I just when I left, I don't think anyone leaves a a paranormal investigation like flying your flag and you did so good on this and you've accomplished so much. I don't think anyone is able to fairly produce that. And it's okay because a lot of times we just have to say, well, we're witnessing what people are talking about as far as what we can do, maybe not much. Or maybe there is something that comes out of our investigations, but this wasn't one of them. We just left and that's it. I need to finish that thought first. Near Maui High School used to have an unmarked cemetery that my family used to take care of. Ooh, okay. A contractor built homes on it, and he did not move the graves. Subdivisions were haunted. Whoo! That I was just having a conversation with a friend of mine about the movie Poltergeist. You know how that in that movie they built that house or the houses over the cemetery and such. And in Hawaii, this is such a common theme. Such a common theme, right? Uh, Burials, people building on them, and then all hell breaks loose. It's happened in the past. Some of them are maybe not even always Hawaiian burials, but burials, from cemeteries that are more recent. There's all kind of different examples of this type of haunting I know of, but here in Hawaii, the most famous one I could think of is the Contessa. That's a scary one. If you want to hear good stories about that, go check out Robert Lopaka Kapanui. Go check him out. He's got some fantastic stories about that, and so does Glenn Grant, his mentor. So go look for books by Lopaka and Glenn and go read them. They're worth it. They're great, great. Oh God, can't say enough of them. But I guess Nuuanu has had such a great and profound impact on me. I just feel like I should try to do a little bit more before I decide whether or not I continue this journey or put it on pause. You know, that's the one place I would like to really see what happens at is in Nuuanu. Because I'll tell you right now, if you're a resident here, or if you ever come to the island of Oahu, and you're gonna go and drive to the windward side, you can take the Liki Liki. That's a great route. Go for it. It's nice. But if you really want to get a very strong feeling, like there's something out there, for real, Nuuanu. Take that route. Go up that old highway. Because when you do, you may feel the things that other people have felt in the past. You can feel the mana, the energy from these spirits as you're driving up there. And you hear the stories of not bringing pork up there at night or any time because your car will stall. There's other things too, but you feel it when you go up there. Ask Faye Cam Okamoto when she drives at night and she's going over old Pali Highway and you're going up by Pali Lookout and she feels the heebie jeebies. As a matter of fact, I did a video with that. I think we had a reaction to something when she was feeling that. I have to go and check the video again. I have lots of videos. You'll feel it and you'll know it. That's the one thing. And on top of that, Faye lives up in Nuuanu as well. Is it any wonder that why is there, if you knew anything about this place with spirits, why is there so many churches and such? It's a spiritual epicenter. Nuuanu is. There is all kind of different spiritual centers, and they're all in Nuuanu. Like they were all drawn to that location for one reason or another. Sometimes, so wait, let me go back here real quick here. Darnella says we lived in a house. There rocks would hit roofs, and I had my moo pulled one night. Scary. Wish I could share with you the entire eyewitness account of what something I read in a book involving stones falling from the sky at a haunted house. I believe you. Faye says, "Yep, creepy, and sometimes things are seen too." Yes, yeah, it's the things that are seen that just takes you. It just nudges you with boogeyman vibes. Is that the right word to use when we're talking about ghosts? If we're really talking about ghosts, like people really love to hear that side with boogeyman vibes inducing chicken skin. That's how I feel when I have a nightmare or when I have had ghosts enter my dreams with nightmares that they brought with them. That's what it feels like. Something with boogeyman vibes that stepped out of your closet, found where you were, and decided to F with you and was very good at it. Boogeyman vibes. When you encounter the very dark side of things. So yeah, Nuuanu. And I remember when I was a kid, my dad would drive up Old Poly Drive at night, and he would drive slowly up that road, yeah, with all of its turns and everything. Then he would like drive slowly, then turn off the lights, and then leave it like that for at least a couple of seconds. So that's boogeyman vibes right there, you know, because in that one moment when the lights went off, you were that much closer to the truth, right? That's why I do this show. That's why it's called A Talk in the Dark. Let your friends know about it. If you like this kind of stuff where there's no distractions, it's just you and I having a conversation, a talk in the dark, or occasionally a guest will sit with me here in the dark and we will talk. We will talk about all kinds of things. All kinds of things. Thank you for the likes, by the way. Like and subscribe if this kind of content, having these conversations, these surprise pop-ups, conversations with all of you in live chat, and also everything else that we do with live interviews and locations. I'm going to be doing a video next month involving Tantalus, but I won't be able to do a live stream, unfortunately, because the place that we're going to is very active, and for some reason, there's no connection up there. There's no Wi-Fi. But I promise to do a video, and you all will be able to watch it too. So I owe you guys another live stream investigation, and that will be coming up as well. There's several places that I'm kind of like slowly putting together. I want to do it, you know, the right way as best as I can. Sorry about last Saturday. For some reason, I forgot to turn off notifications on my phone. So there's a technical error when you heard some notifications going off. That drove me bananas too. But hey, you know what? It's live. Things happen. I've seen it happen with other people as well. No biggie, right? But yeah, next month, people, one way or another, I'm taking you all with me to Tantalus, back to the dark. I don't think you'll have to remind me, but before that investigation takes place, I will post a picture. I think I still have it on my Obaki Hunter on Facebook. It's a picture of a few people sitting in the dark, and I snapped a photo. And one of the people, of course, when it comes to ghosts, right, was not supposed to be in that picture. I will post that for you, probably right before I drop the video, as we say. Hopefully, you'll like it. I'm pretty sure it's one of those places where at least one thing happens. In the past, I've done interviews. I want to do more interviews up again at Judd Trail because stuff happens, man. Stuff happens. We hear voices, and it's a place that never disappoints. It never disappoints. And for the most part, we're pretty damn uh, good with the situation. We've never really had anything. No, wait, not for me. Well, not for me and some of my other friends that have talk about Nuuanu. And that one of the spots that you go up, Nuuanu, there's many different places where ghosts happen, and Judd Trail is one of them. But yeah, the things have happened. Things, yeah, they've happened. We've talked about them already. We talked about them. We don't have to go through them again. Maybe one day when we do something like, if you want to see a show on ghost hunting, by the way, let me know because I'm thinking about putting that together for October. I would like to talk about ghost hunting in October. I want it to be like about the whole month of October is about just ghost hunting, equipment, impressions, things you can use, to enhance your experience, those type of things. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, and then we can really go in depth on some of this other stuff. Meanwhile, I never call it ghost hunting, like I said, because I find it to be very disrespectful because they can hunt us a lot better than we can hunt them. But meanwhile, I'll continue to have these every once in a while. I hope you really like this. Let me know, yeah, if there's anything that you would like to see me talk about as well. Because when I do at sunset, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing um, some of the things that have happened to me that have scared the hell out of me, the real scary stuff, the very scary stuff. But it's going to be interspersed with a lot of reactions to stories that I find on the internet. So let me know. Yeah. Or if you find a pretty cool story on the internet, whether it's TikTok or YouTube or an article that you read, if you would like to share that, you found the right person. You found the right person to share that with. Share it with me, and we'll share it with the world together. How's that sound? I think that's a pretty good deal. Yeah. All day, I'm thinking, what should I talk about next? As soon as I thought about Nuuanu, it was so easy. It was so easy because for me, that's where everything started. And for a few other people as well. Nuuanu is a very important place, not only for the fact that I've encountered some very diversified experiences, very different, diverse experiences, I should say. Um, I don't know. I met Joe Punohu there. I I have a lot of good memories of that place, and I still go there. So let's make some new ones, guys. Let's go back to Judd and other places like the Trail of Terror. The Trail of Terror is really, woohoo, might even be the most scary place on Old Poly Drive and some other things. that I have in store. Let's check them out together. I think that's the best way to do things in numbers. And with that said, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. More things coming up very soon. We're already heading towards the halfway mark with February, going into March. In the beginning of March is when we're going to, I'm pretty sure, I'm checking the calendar and making sure everybody's okay with the day that we're going to meet up. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Saturday again. I'm trying to do it in early March and get the video out to you guys as soon as I can. It'll probably be in vignettes. In other words, it'll be like in segments that I'll send it out, to all of you to watch. Give me your impressions of what happens to us up at Tantalus, because it's another one of those places. It does not disappoint. It really doesn't. It's just the way it shows things to you. All right, everyone. Again, if you like this kind of stuff, let me know. You can reach me on Facebook if you like. I have a group there. It's called Ghosts of Hawaii. Ooh, how about that? Deja vu. Anyway, this is the offshoot of my original Facebook group, but then this has become my primary expression is Ghosts of Hawaii. I spend more time on YouTube than anything else because it takes a lot of dedication to do this. So find me over there. You can look at Ghosts of Hawaii hosted by Obaki Hunter. Go ahead and check me out over there. Okay. See what's going on and stuff. And then we can have some chit chat. For real. We can do that. It'll be fun. I'll enjoy it. I know you will too. Just join up and talk there. You can DM me if you like as well. It's all good. Of course, you can also reach me at my email. I'm going to say it one more time. obakihunter51@gmail.com. O-B as in boy. AKEHUNTER51@gmail.com. You can reach me over there, or you can leave me a comment. There's ways to connect. It's the wonders of the internet. Anyone else did anything? Oh, Kalina, Hail Baki, yep, Fear, and Wapfu again. Hi, Wapfu, everybody that showed up tonight. Thank you. I'll be doing more of these too, so don't worry. There'll be these little conversations, these little pop-ups in between me planning much larger events that will take place throughout the year, leading up again to Halloween. Before you know it, we'll be there. I mean, look at this. The time is just going fast. And with that said, everyone, Lone Sinner sounds good. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, a lot. Well, we'll have conversations. Let's chit chat. I love to do that. And with that said, everyone, this time for real, I am heading out. Always a pleasure to sit down here with you and have such talks. I enjoy it. And I look forward to the next one. Ghosts of Hawaii. Your home for a dose of ghosts. And more to come. I'll talk with you later. Take care. Aloha.